next thing that I want to take a look at is going to be Netflix, and I'm a little concerned because I don't think that I have the historical candles, although let me check. Looks like that was just a very quick outage. Okay, so here's Netflix's daily chart. Now, Netflix, and we've talked about this before, the whole thing going on here is Warner Brothers Discovery getting purchased by either Paramount or Netflix, and it looks like Netflix won that here. Netflix trading down 2.64%. You can see we've taken a long look at Netflix here, both pre and post split. We've lost the 200-day moving average. We death crossed here today in Netflix. Sure looks like Netflix wants to roll over. I've got the 500-day moving average down here at 86.93. That actually looks like some pretty good support. You might also get some more in there, probably right around 99, 100. We're right there. We are basically only 50 cents away from that $100 level. So with the death cross here, and it's actually been a long time since the 200 actually interacted with the 50 in any significant way. So I would expect more downside here on Netflix. If we look inside, this is what the pre-market looks like. A little bit of back and forth here, but the bias does seem to be to the downside here in the pre-market. Again, this is definitely one to watch right around the open. Now, what's going on here? Netflix to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery in a massive $82.7 billion deal, and as a result, Netflix is falling because of that. Streaming giant Netflix said on Friday it will acquire HBO owner Warner Brothers Discovery in a deal valued at $87.2 billion. The cash and stock transaction values Warner Brothers at $27.75 per share, and the deal is expected to close after the company completes separating its cable networks from the rest of its businesses, which is now expected to be completed in the third quarter of 2026. Following the tumultuous final round of offers on Thursday, the streaming giant bested rival suitors, including Paramount Skydance, that's ticker PSky or PSKY, we've looked at that recently too, to score the winning bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, ticker WBD. Netflix has never executed a transaction remotely this large, but the allure is obvious. Adding Warner's lucrative franchises like Batman, Harry Potter, and Game of Thrones to its global content machine. Quote, our mission has always been to entertain the world, end quote. That comes from Ted Sarandos, the co-CEO of Netflix. He goes on to say, together, we can give audiences more of what they love and help define the next century of storytelling. By offering members a wider selection of quality series and films, Netflix said it expects to attract and retain more members, drive more engagement, and generate incremental revenue and operating income. Warner Brothers Discovery shows and movies such as The Big Bang Theory, The Sopranos, The Wizard of Oz, and the DC Universe will join Netflix's extensive portfolio, which already includes Bridgerton, Adolescence, Stranger Things, and Squid Games. Los Gatos, California headquartered Netflix, said it expects to realize at least $2 to $3 billion in cost savings per year by the third year, and expects the deal to be accretive to its GAAP earnings per share by year 2. I'm going to pause right there because this to me is really where the rubber meets the road. We've talked about these businesses really being all about content. Content is king. If you have good content, you're going to be able to increase your subs the whole 9 yards. We've had that discussion before. That's clearly at play here. The worry here is that, yeah, this is Netflix's biggest transaction by a wide margin. They're spending a ton of money. Hope this works. Netflix is telling you, hey, this might not be accretive for 2 years here. So with the death cross, with the impetus or the bias, it looks like to the downside, with the large amount of money spent, it makes sense if we maybe pull back here a little bit in Netflix. But it sounds like, based on the content schedule that they have, that this is probably going to be a buy the dip scenario. And this is what I want to get from Los Gatos. Los Gatos is how you say that city name. Thank you. I ask all the time, if I pronounce something incorrectly, please correct me. I don't know what I don't know, and I'm trying to get 2% better every day, so I appreciate that, day trader. I will absolutely try to remember that. Los Gatos. Okay. Anyway, getting back to Netflix here, I want to know from the group, do you think that this is an opportunity to add Netflix for the long term? Netflix has been a gangbuster stock. A lot of stuff has changed recently. The big deal, the stock split, the fact that it's kind of rolled over a little bit here. What's next for Netflix? And what I guess specifically what I would like the most from the group here, what levels are you a long-term buyer of NFLX? Still, the deal faces a difficult road in Washington. Stiff antitrust scrutiny and opposition from the Department of Justice regarding further media consolidation are potential hurdles to the merger. Netflix stock fell more than 2% Friday in the pre-market, while Warner Brothers Discovery gained around 3%. It's worth noting here, Warner Brothers Discovery has been in this rumored takeover for some time now, so there was already some premium in there, which is why you're only seeing about a 3% pop here today. But let me know on Netflix.